We're going to make a risoni, similar to a risotto, but a pasta version. So we're using risoni, we're going to make a base risoni and then cook some fish on top of it, allow those juices to sort of melt into our risoni. So the first thing we need to do is make a risoni. So I need some garlic. So I'm going to not dice, I'm going to slice thinly, and a leek. Mix it into here. So I want as much of the white part of the leek as I can get. And then sort of cut that into quarters and then slice that from there. So that will go with my garlic. And I'm just going to saute that off in a pot till it becomes translucent. So we've got a little bit of heat in there. And then I'm going to add my risoni in just like you would if you were toasting risotto. My oven's ready to go, just like you would if you were toasting risotto rice. So it's very, very similar, but I just like pasta more than I like rice. So it's a great substitute for risottos. All right, my garlic and my leek, pop that in. I want a decent amount of oil, just because we're going to toast the risoni at this point. So probably 2 tablespoons of oil in there. And a big pinch of salt. Salt will help extract some of that moisture out of our leek. Salt. Give that a stir, and then I'm gently going to cook that. So I don't want to get a huge amount of colour on my leek. I don't want to get a huge amount of colour on the garlic. I'm just going to saute it at a gentle heat until it becomes nice and soft. Then that risoni will go in and we'll toast that off. Now, then the stage that you go through with the risotto, once we've toasted our risoni, we're going to start adding our stock. A little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. As the pasta starts to soak up that stock, it'll become tender, it'll drop the starch, it'll become nice and thick and creamy. And we're going to finish it off with some creme fraiche, a little bit of Dijon mustard, and some herbs and lemon juice. Then we're ready to cook our fish. So 5 minutes, come back, we'll have this sauteed off, and we'll keep going. My risoni is probably 75% of the way there, so it's probably got 2 minutes left on the hob. So I'm going to add my mustard now. I've got a tablespoon of Dijon. Put that in. And these are flavours that kind of, you know, are going to go well with, a touch more stock in there as well. You know are going to go well with fish. So Dijon, some lemon, and then some creme fraiche. That in. Yeah, probably about a minute left on that. I've got no colour on that leek and garlic, which is nice, so it keeps the colour of our risoni really white, which is great. Or really light, I probably should say. Stir in that lemon. Creme fraiche. About 1/4 cup. Stir that in, and I'm not going to add any salt at this stage. So once I've stirred this in, and by the time it's reduced down, there might be enough in there. See how it is. See whether it needs a pinch of salt or not. No. Oh, yeah. Just a little. You gotta remember that. Yeah, needs a bit of salt. It's good though. It's really yummy. All right, so I can turn that off. I'll just try that risoni one more time. Make sure you want to have it right here. I mean, you're going to lose a little bit of moisture from that fish, but not much. So it needs to taste really good here. You're only going to cook it for 6 minutes in the oven. So this dish needs to be basically ready to serve. No, it's good. Doesn't need any more salt. There's enough lemon there. You can taste the mustard. It's nice and creamy. It's really good. fresh herbs to finish with, but that's it. And we've got some basil for that. So, for this creamy risotto, creamy risoni, I should say. All that creaminess comes from that starch that comes out when you're cooking off that pasta. It becomes nice and gooey and sticky. A fish. Flesh side down. Stick it in. Beautiful. Like I said, just a little drizzle of oil on top of the fish. Pinch of salt. And then we're not wholly in salt, we're not just grilling, we're fan grilling. So it's basically roasting the fish with just a little extra heat from the top, and it's set at 165. So don't think of this as grilling like you would grill a piece of cheese on toast. This is fan grilling. So we'll open that up, put it in. That'll take about 6 to 8 minutes to come out. Once it comes out, I've got these baby or young basil leaves, which we'll place over the top, another drizzle of oil, another hit of salt, and it's ready to go. There's enough there for probably 3 or 4 entrees or 2 mains. And I think that's the best way to eat shared food like that. It's on trend, and the reason it's on trend is because it's a lot of fun, and I think food tastes better when you share it with someone else. That's just my preference anyway.